We have to refer back to the general burden of proof as we know it in our legal jurisprudence. What I mean here is this: whoever is asserting has the burden of proof on him. If I say that Aisha is not a married woman, she's a single parent, against known facts, the burden of proof that Aisha is a single parent is on me because I'm the one asserting. I'm the one asserting. So in the context of the petition before the tribunal, some of those issues around qualifications that Obi's lawyers had raised in their petition before the tribunal, the burden of proof is on Obi, because he's the one asserting. Take for example the question of double nomination of Shetima against Section 35 of the Electoral Act. Obi is saying that as at 14th of July 2022, when Shetima was nominated as a vice presidential candidate on a joint ticket with BAT, he was still a senatorial candidate of the APC in Borno Central Senatorial District. And Obi's lawyers are relying on a letter. And the burden of proof is on Obi's lawyer to assert the fact that there was actually double nomination as at 14th of July 2022. Why the letter on its face of it bore 6th of July, the internal minute of INEC, bore 14th of July. I'm a lawyer. I don't want to raise extraneous issues. It beggars belief that a letter was written on the 6th, submitted to INEC on the 6th, and 8 days later, there will be questions around the authenticity of the date stamp on that document. I'm very sure about it. I'm a practicing lawyer. I know what goes on in the registry of courts, in offices, in our country. So to answer your question straightforward, the burden of proof is on Obi because he's the one asserting. But the interesting thing about election petitions as well, election petition generally is, if you are also raising, criminality, rigging, issues around crime, the bar of proof, is no longer on the basis of balance or probability. Is on the basis of beyond all reasonable doubt. So if you look at the respondent's reply, you will see the consistent use of the phrase, we will put them to the strictest proof, virtually in all grounds of the respondent's reply. So over to you, Aisha.